Okay, we're official now.
I know. It's resetting.
This will bring you much, this will bring longevity, I think, probably more mental satisfaction. Let's dig it out. Cool. Three, two, one, and all we're going to do is knee lift and just alternate. Three, two, one. Bring this down and just stretch sides. And blow out. Three, two, one. Now we're going to do something a little different. I just want you to reach down, touch the ground, and come up. Down. And up. Three, two, and one. All right, last thing, we're going to just do jacks. We're going to scissor in the front. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, okay. All right, let's roll our shoulders back. 1, 2, one more. All right. All right, first exercise. We're going to do a rotation. So we're going to have our dumbbells in our hands. Make sure your feet are nice and secure below you. Stomachs are in. So we're going to pin our elbows to our side, and we're just going to open. Now the goal is to see if you can get your shoulder blades to touch. Okay. Now, you know, we're not necessarily going to happen, but we want, that's the feeling I want you to have. That you feel that tension in the back. Four. 2. Go ahead and rest those dumbbells. And then what I want you to do is open up your legs. So we're going to focus on just for practice. Go ahead and press into your feet like you're going to try to stand. That's where I want you to initiate this next activity. Okay, it's real easy to do a deadlift and just kind of use your back and ignore your hips that are in the chair and your legs. So we're going to have our weights in front of us. We're going to keep our spine nice and tall. Shoulder blades are pinched back. So we're going to hinge down, not all the way to the ground, but when you come up, it's not your arms. Press those legs and squeeze your bottom as you come up. That's what I want you to feel, not you using your back and your arms to get those weights up. So go down. Right when you feel like your back's going to roll, press through your feet, squeeze your butt on the way up. Okay? So down. Start pressing to your feet and lift and squeeze your bottom. Okay? You're trying to pinch the seat with your butt. Squeeze into it. Lower down again, keeping that spine nice and tall. Press through your feet first. Squeeze your butts up. 3 more times. Reach down. Press through those feet first. Squeeze your bottom. You should feel your butt getting warm. Press and lift. All right, now 2 more. Now, press into your feet. Good. Last one. Really keep that spine long. Press those feet. Excellent. Put those feet together. Feel that a little bit. You should have felt it warming up. If not, we'll just keep practicing, okay? All right, next exercise is our upper body. We're going to put our arms out, elbows into our side, and we're just going to reach out. Pull. Don't just lower your hands. Reach out and then pull those weights into you. Reach out. These exercises I do are so important because it helps straighten your spine so that you stand upright. It builds our back muscles. 3 more. 2. Last one. Okay. Bring those weights down. Let go of them and just shake your hands out. We're going to start back at the top, and we're just going to open, and then from there, we're going to add that with it. So it'll look like this. You'll open, extend, come back, rotate or cup out with your hands. Okay, so that's what we're going to start with, and then we'll do our last set of deadlifts. All right, so start with your weights upright on your legs, pin those elbows to our side, and we're going to open, hold that, rotate your wrists, press out, come back in, rotate them down, bring them together. Open, rotate that wrist, press out, come together. Open, rotate that wrist, press out, pull in. Rotate wrist, press out, pull in. 2 more. Open this wrist, out, pull in, come together. Open, pinch those shoulder blades, roll those wrists out, together, and in. Good. Go ahead and rest. Shake your hands out, roll those shoulders, a lot of back work right now. All right, let's practice our deadlifts. They're called deadlifts, basically. I think I told you this last time. It's imagining picking dead weight up off the ground. So that's really what you want to think about. And where does that start? Anytime you're reaching down, what do you always hear? Squeeze with your legs, stand over here. So that's what I want you to continue to tell yourself. So hands are in front, pin those shoulder blades back, and we're just leaning down. Just when you feel like your back's going to bend, stop. Press to those feet, squeeze your butt in, up, down. Breathe in, blow out, and press through. Reach down. Press through those feet, squeeze your butt. Down. Press through your feet, squeeze. Yes. 3 more. 2. Release those feet. Last one. Down. And squeeze. Go ahead and set your dumbbells behind you for just a second. Just kick those legs out a couple times. And then just fan them. That was a lot of good activity right there. All right, so the next exercise for new standing. So let's go ahead and ground our feet in, press and stand. Okay, so what I want you guys to do first is start with your feet shoulder width apart, or just right under our shoulders and hips. Stand there first. Next, we're going to do our tandem. So slide that right foot forward. Okay, as always, this is our step one, this is progression one. Okay, shift your weight to the front. Test yourself. See if you can bring that back foot up, just up on your toe, with all that weight in the front leg. How does that feel for you? And just think about, how does that feel? Is that good? Do I feel solid? And then just for fun, if you want to challenge yourself, see if you can just lift that back leg up and still balance on that front foot. Okay, that means keep your eyes up, chest up. That feels a little, okay, step back. Okay, so those are the 3 progressions. If you feel safest and like you're really being challenged with your foot just forward, that's a great place to be. Okay, we'll still challenge it there. If you're like, you know, I got that, then go ahead and go to your toe. Maybe that's like the next step for you. If you're like, okay, I've mastered that, then as we add a little bit of weight or movement in our upper body, that could be just something you play around with. But all feeling in control of your body. If you do not feel like you can control that, then just relax and put that toe down, okay? So that's what we're gonna do first. So go ahead and grab a dumbbell. If you want. Again, you do not need it in order to have benefit. So we're gonna slide our right foot forward, okay? And if you want, you can bring that toe even closer together to your back foot. And I'm gonna start here. And I'm just gonna find my spot that I'm gonna focus on. And I'm just gonna gently, like we did on Monday, pass the weight just back and forth to tell our body exactly what we're doing. Like, okay, mind, get ready. I need you to help me stay upright and strong. Now, as you get to your 4th pass, if you want to start playing around with that a little bit, lean into that front foot, okay? Just go slowly. Breathe, find that spot. And again, as we get into a power, that's good for you. Just play around with it. Hold with that foot. Again, this is the ultimate to me at this point. This is not. I'm going to go ahead and release my back. Come back to a secure position. And now I'm going to pass it in front of me. Side. Good. Forward. Back to the down just in case. Back. Let's go ahead and step underneath and shake it out. Put that weight down for just a second. And just tilt right. And then roll your hips around one time, hitting all the seconds on the clock. And then let's go back the other direction. Excellent. Okay. So now we're going to start with our left foot. Okay, we can start without weight or with weight. So I'll start without weight for now. Feet again, right underneath my hips. Everything's in line. And I'm going to just slide that left foot forward. Again, now we're playing with our left side. Okay. So I'm going to shift my weight forward, keeping my shoulders up, find that spot, chin up. How do I feel there? One side is always going to feel a little bit better than the other. And that's just information. And then what I'm going to do is see if I can lift without losing that hip integrity. I'm going to set that toe down, come back. Now maybe I can slide that foot in. Going back to the same thing. My foot is much more aggressive on this one for me, where I'm constantly, my foot's constantly rotating to keep balance. But lift that foot up again, keeping those hips nice and square. And I'm going to step down. All right. So those are the different levels. So we're going to play around with that right now. Okay. So I'm going to grab my weights. Feet are under my hips, hips under the shoulder. I'm going to slide that left foot forward, and I'm just going to start there, back and forth again. I have my feet centered right underneath me. I'm going to practice. I'm going to lean forward, making sure those hips stay nice and square to the floor. Slow. Now I'm going to test my skills a little bit more now that I'm warm. Step my toe back down. Back center. Shake it out for a minute. Is anyone starting to get a little sweat on their skin yet? Your mind and your brain connected to your body. It starts shaking up. All right, let's go ahead and slide that foot back out again. And I'm going to stay here. This time, just pass in front. Make sure you've got it in front first before you open. We don't want momentum in the middle. We want to make sure our gut has got the muscles to hold it before we pass it. Shift forward. Down. Good. This is going to be a little bit more challenging if you try to lift that leg. Nice and slow. One more time. Step back to my back foot. Transfer and slide forward. All right, shake it out. All right, the next exercise I'm going to show you using support first. Okay, so we're going to have a dumbbell. My dumbbell is in my left hand. Right hand is on the chair. Okay, and I'm first going to lift my leg out, my right leg out. So hips are nice and straight, and then I'm going to curl and bring that leg down. As I curl, leg goes out. Bend out. All right, so that's the first progression. Now what I want you to do is bring everything down. Now, if you need another progression, you're going to have your right arm out. And as you raise that right foot, when you curl, that arm just stays out. It's taking away that balance. Three, two, and one. Excellent. All right, go ahead and shake that out. All right. Now the left side, I'm going to have my left hand on the chair, dumbbells in my right hand now. And I'm just going to hold on for the first four. And I'm going to, as I curl, that leg comes out. Good. One more. Try to keep your toes facing me. Ankles are going out first. Now, I'm going to bring my leg down. I'm going to bring my left arm out. Okay. And as I curl, that arm just stays out. Squeeze the top. Let's do two more. Excellent. Lovely. All right, go ahead and bring that weight down and just shimmy those legs. All right, next exercise, don't pick up your dumbbells yet. We're gonna do the suitcase squat. And all that is imagine your suitcases are sitting right next to you with the handles right up. You're gonna have your dumbbells in your hand, but what I want you to think about doing is when you reach down, you're reaching down like this. Your chest stays up, and you're just, as you pick them up, you're standing straight up. No bending in your arms. I just go down, chest up. When I pick them up, I push through my heels to come up straight. Okay? So feet are just a little bit further than shoulder width apart. Okay? First, I want you to push your hips back, your chest up. Feel that initiation. Then I want you to push them a little further back as your knees bend. Okay? And then go ahead to standing. That's where I want it to start. It's not here. It's here. Okay. All right. So now we'll add dumbbells. These are our suitcases. Okay. Really light. We're going on a short trip. So shoulders back. Feet are just a little bit more than shoulder width apart. So slowly go down, grab the handles of that suitcase, and press through the heels straight up. Okay? Down, push those hips back, keeping that chest nice and tall. Press through our feet. Good. Down. Slow, grab those handles and push through. Down. Step, push through. Squeeze. Keep that back nice and tight and straight. Press through our heels. Good. 4 more. Reach down, grab those handles, press through our feet. 3, 2. Last one. Those weights down. I apologize. One thing we could have done, if you don't want to reach, if it's uncomfortable for you, you can do the same exercise holding on to the back of your chair. So I apologize for that. I'll remember that next time. All right, last exercise in the chair is our bird dog. But what we're going to do is the same hand, same leg. So basically all that means is if I'm on my right, the ball of my foot, and my right hand is at my shoulder, all I'm going to do is tilt and extend my hand and my foot as far away from each other as I can, and then I'm going to come back in. I'm going to reach out as far as I can, extending, and come back. Again, reach out as far as you can, come back. 4 more. Reach, come back. 3, 2, push that heel back, 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 pull it in. Last one. Reach out, reach, and come together. Excellent. All right. Left side, same thing. Left ball on your toes. Left arm at your shoulder. And as we tilt to kick back, we're going to extend, extend, extend. Extend, extend, extend. Pull together. Extend, extend, extend. Pull together. Yes. Reach as far as you can. Now you can test yourself. You have to hold on. As you get warmer and you get that rhythm down, you may not have to. 2 more. Come back. And next one. Good. All right, go ahead and shimmy that out. All right, we can go ahead and take our weights. We're going to sit down. so let's go ahead and get our posture back. You're halfway in your seat. Good. Stomach is still, belly button is still trying to meet the back of your spine, right? Keep it nice and tight. All we're gonna do is we're gonna overhead press. So you're gonna just start with a press. So I want you first to start with your palms facing each other. Okay, so hands are facing each other. One more this way. And then bring your hands down to your shoulders. I just want you to experiment with this. So now open your palms facing out and just press up. This gets a little bit more of your back and legs. One more. Go ahead and put those weights. And now I just want you to alternate lifting those knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bring those legs underneath you. Now, bring those, you get to choose. If you want your palms facing each other or out, it doesn't matter. But what we're gonna do is alternate. So as I lift my left arm, my right knee's coming up, come down. Right arm, left knee, left arm, right knee. We're gonna get a little bit of a tempo. Up, up, up. See if you can get that knee a little bit higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right. Go ahead and place those dumbbells on the front of your thighs. The next one's pretty simple. Again, you want your belly button to try to stay to your spine, and I want you to try to keep it as center as possible. Don't let it follow the knee that's getting ready to move, okay? So as I lift up my right knee, I'm gonna open, but not touch down. Come back center, tap the heel, open. Don't touch down, tap the heel, open. Notice my ankle, my knee, everything stays in line. And you don't want to reach out with your toe. 3, that belly button wants to go with your foot, don't let it. 2, creates that separation. All right, and relax. Wiggle that out. Now let's focus on the left leg. Lift up, open. Again, don't let that belly button follow. Tap down, up, open, close, tap up, open. Up. 3, ooh, my belly button wants to go. Nope. Up. 2, up, open, and 3. Ooh, good job. Shake that out. All right, so first I want to do this without weights. Form is more important than anything. So we can move a lot of weight, but if we're not doing it appropriately, the weights are useless. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull our hands up, and then at the same level, we're going to pull back to our ears. Okay. Now I want you to try to do this without this. Okay. So we're going to raise, keeping our shoulders down. Use our back, pull those elbows back with our thumbs should be able to dangle our earlobes. Okay, push out, come down. Up, pull back, extend, and down. gonna test it out with weights, but this is not mandatory, okay? This adds a little bit of resistance. So I'm gonna lift, pull those elbows back, spin, down, up, spin back, elbows back, down. 2 more, up, back, extend, down. Last one, up, pull back, extend out. Excellent. Pull our shoulders back, forward. All right, and then take your hands in front and just gently kind of swipe them forward and back. All right, last exercise before we finish standing. So take your dumbbell, hold it to your chest, okay? And then we're gonna just do a little slight, you want your feet, kind of your heels dug in, and I want just a slight tilt back, because we're gonna rotate and try to touch our elbow behind us, keeping that dumbbell at your chest. Rotate, okay? So if you're looking at me from the side, okay, I have my dumbbell here, sitting up nice and tall, stomach's in, and I just gently rock back just a little bit. And then I rotate on that axis, touch back, come around, let your eyes follow where your elbow is going. It's not a deep, now if you have to lean back in your chair, if that's safer, that's okay. The goal is to try to twist that elbow as far back as you can. Forward. 3, 2, make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Last rotation, 1. Excellent. All right, go ahead and put that dumbbell behind you. Take it out. Okay. Wiggle your shoulders. All right, now last exercises are going to be standing. So let's go ahead and stand. We're going to be behind our chair. We're going to do calves. Now, typically we don't hold a weight, but this time, if you want to hold a weight in one hand, we're going to just start neutral, okay, which means our toes are right underneath us. Again, we really want to work on our foot strength. So I want you to come up as high as you can on the balls of your feet. Hold it, lower yourself slowly. So I'm up, nice and tall, and then I make sure my stomach's in there and slowly touch down and then come right back up. You want to train that calf. So come down, and right back up. Nice and tall, pause at the top, and then slow down and come right back up. Yes, excellent. Slow down. Up. Now again, a weight is optional. And I want you somewhere where you can keep your fingers. The goal is to stay nice and tall in those toes. Feel that. And then slowly lower. By your 6-1, your calves should be more. Good. I've got 4 more. Up, lower, up, 3, up, 2, last one, up, and lower. Excellent. Go ahead and put that dumbbell down if you have one, and then just tap that heel out in front of you. Alternate. Feel that stretch. We're going to give our legs a break, and we're going to do a plank. Okay, so you can plank off of your chair. You can plank here, but most important is I want you to think that your body is being supported by your wrist, elbow, shoulder. I don't want you so far out here that everything's hanging on your hands, okay? I want you up, okay? Now, if this is too easy, then that's when you want to go to your chair, maybe toward the seat of it. Start here and then walk your feet back. But see how my arms and hands are in line with each other? Okay. What makes it harder is the further you bring your body down to the ground. So if you're up on the bar, that's the highest you can be. If you want to challenge yourself, maybe it's the back of the chair or the seat of the chair, wherever you feel. Now, the other thing, while you're planking, keep that belly button sucked up to your spine. Don't let it try to drag on the ground. You don't want your belly button dragging on the ground. You want to keep that nice and tight up to protect that lower back. Squeeze your buns, squeeze your legs. Now, while you're there, in about 5 seconds, I want you to shimmy your legs. Okay, so drop one knee, then the other knee, and just kind of stay there and alternate that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and walk your feet to your hands. Excellent. Make sure you have your balance. You're not seeing scars. And then go ahead and walk back to your seat. Legs out like this. And you're not using your entire body. So you press into your toes. Press your toes. No, come up on your toes. Yes. Big difference from when your feet were flat. Okay. Yeah. Because when you put your feet flat, all of a sudden this is what happens. See how my hips dip? You want to, you're putting all that pressure on the back of your calves.
Yeah, it just wouldn't stretch any farther.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So you always want, if you're flexible and can do that and keep your hips up, but what happened is when you dropped your heels, you dropped your hips with it. And that lengthens that part of your leg, putting more pressure. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, no, we're not sitting. We got one more exercise. Left hip to your chair. And then all I want you to do is extend that right leg out and pretend you're stirring. So we're going to bring that foot forward and we're just going to stir, keeping it nice, that leg as straight as possible. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now hold it there. Now we got to make sure we stir the other direction. Make sure the eggs are folded in. 3, 2. Excellent. 1. All right, bring that leg down and relax. All right, other side. Left leg, for me, it's my left leg. And I got to stir one direction, clockwise. Make sure you really make circles. Okay, so feel that leg moving around that circle. 2, last time around, hold it up. And then reverse that stir. Now you can bring your leg lower if having it too far out hurts. Also make sure your stomach is in, okay? Breathe in nice and tall. Breathe in nice and tall. 2 more. Excellent, last one. Excellent, super. All right, bring those legs down. Ooh, shake them out. Last exercise, and then we get to stretch. So this one, okay, you can do this seated too. If this is going to put you off balance, you can also sit. But most importantly, you want there to be enough pull that there's tension, but you don't want to be so far out here, there's not enough tension at the end of the pull. So what I like to do is I just start with the straps even on either side, but right out in front of you. Okay, kind of like this. And then keeping my shoulders down, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back, keeping my shoulders down. And can you feel as you pull it back behind you, that's your shoulder blades. Okay. But now what I want you to do is raise your hands up. And now we're going to pull this down behind us so that it's even with our shoulders. And control it up. Pull, control it down. and then control it up. Now, if this is too much, you can just keep it right out in front of you and just make sure you open, but when you open, you don't stop here. Okay, that's not the work. What I want you to do is open it so your shoulder blades are coming back and squeezing. This is all posture driven. Okay, so again, everything we do is in front of us, and we tend to all of a sudden go whoop, like that. This forces us to open that chest, get those shoulder blades, learning that that's where they're supposed to be. Okay, for the most part, until we, so pull down, okay, and then up. And again, if you need to make it harder for yourself, just move your hands closer together. And I'm going to pull down, elbows down, hold, and come back up. Okay, 2 more times. Down, hold, up, and hold down. Excellent. All right, go ahead and release. We are ready to stretch. Good job, guys. These you could have at home. You could even do this with a towel. The only difference is with a towel, if you're just sitting there, you want to make sure your hands can slide down the towel. Towel stretch. But if you start here, I usually have a long towel. I do this at home and I just pull it down if I don't have my straps. Or it's just the movement. You don't even need a band for it. You can create your own tension. Okay, put those in the back of the seat. Let's go ahead and sit down. Alexa, play Chill Shavasana. Okay, the best part of the day is the stretch, right? All right, you guys. A lot of shoulder work today. Let's go ahead and roll. And then take your chin, just tuck your chin, rest your hands on your knees. Breathe in. As you take your next breath in, blow out, tilt your head back. Blow out, bring your head neutral. Now let's look to the parking lot. Just let yourself breathe there. 1. Breathe in, and as you exhale, move it to the lobby. Breathe in, bring it back center. Now take your right ear to your right shoulder. And if you can, take that left arm behind you. And I want you here until you feel that release in that part of your neck, where you can just relax lower. Breathe in, release, come center. And then let's drop the left ear, left shoulder. And if you can, if you want, bring that right hand behind you. And bring your head neutral. Just roll those shoulders 1 more time. Now bring your right arm across your chest. And just bend and extend that hand. Slow. Feel what's happening in your arm. You should feel your tricep a little bit moving. Side to side. And let's bring the other arm across. Left arm across. Hold that arm. And bend and extend. 3, 2, 1. Good. Just rock side to side. All right, rest your hands on your knees. Look over your left shoulder. Now, think of your spine nice and tall, though. It's not crunching, it's nice and tall and twisting on a ball. Breathe in. And come center. Look over the other shoulder. And again, think nice tall posture. Breathe in and blow out. And come center. Excellent. Extend that right knee out. And I want you to reach down, see if you can touch your toes or get close to it.
Breathe in. Flex those toes to get a deeper stretch behind your leg. And let's roll up. Bring that right knee with you. Now hold it, and if you can, bring that ankle just over the top of the knee. And then as you're holding it, hugging it, just kind of see if you can rock side to side, getting a little bit more stretch in that hip. 3, 2, 1, and release that leg. Last one, extend that left leg out, pivot down, reach for that toe, breathe in. Let's roll up, hug that knee, bring it up and over, and just rock side to side. Give it one more good hug, and release that. And let's take 2 really nice cleansing breaths. So we're going to start low, breathe in, and blow out. Last one, breathe in, and blow out. And come up, and you are done. Yay! Nice job, you guys.